What's up, everybody? I wanted to share with you guys how I'm able to read so many books or listen to so many books. A couple little tricks that I've found that have been really working for me. They might work for you. You might need to tweak them a little bit for your personality style, how things work best for you to be able to read and consume the information that you want to consume, whether that's just something that you're interested in, whether that's something that's going to help you in your business life, your personal life, your spiritual life, whatever the case may be. Reading and compiling so much information through listening, reading books is definitely a benefit. I believe they say that the average CEO reads about 60 books a year. So maybe we won't get 60 in, but we got to start somewhere. You might not be reading anything right now. You might only be doing one, two. You want to take it to five. You might be doing 10. You want to take it to 20. What I'm going to share with you for me, my estimates is this is going to allow me to read about 28 books a year, with the average book being about 7 hours, which I find can be true, or some of them can be a little bit longer, but I think the average book's about 7 hours. That's what we're estimating for that. So if you ride in your car and you are able to listen to audiobooks so you can retain the information, Audible is a great option. That's what I use. I pay monthly for Audible. $20 a month gets me 2 credits. If you didn't want to go quite as high as me, $10 a month will get you 1 credit, meaning you can purchase one book. When I first started Audible, I've been using Audible since 2018 now. When I first started using Audible, the free library wasn't too big. It has grown to the point to where there are a lot of books that are good books that are available for free on Audible as well with your membership. So you might be able to get away with doing 1 credit a month and using the free credits, the free books that are there. They might be what's interesting you. The book that you might want to read might be a free book on there, or you can always do 1 credit a month. Use the free books and then just purchase extra credits. It's $30, I believe, still $30 for 3 credits, and then that's the ability to purchase 3 books. That doesn't matter how much that book would cost. If it's a $50 book, it's essentially $10. Some books are cheaper than that, and you might want to just purchase it without doing it. But this isn't about Audible. That is what I use. But I figure if I can listen to an audiobook 45 minutes a day, 5 days a week, so 45 minutes a day, five days a week, that's 3 hours and 45 minutes. That equates to about 27.85 books if it's about 7 hours. Some of my books are longer than that, some of my books aren't, but I guesstimate about 7 hours per book. So that's how I've been able to do it. What I've been able to do is break my books up into categories. One thing is, when you're reading, sometimes you have a book, there's low points and high points. Sometimes you think, oh, I want to go over here and read this instead. I heard about this book. And I used to kind of just plow straight through one book. Now what I do is I do 3. And what I do, instead of just going off wherever, I have made a Google Drive with 3 sections. These sections don't need to be what you do. It's obviously based on my interest and what I'm doing. One is business, something that's going to help me in business. I'm somebody that's very interested in history and history as it relates to politics and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother section is history for me. And then I have other. So with that 27, I allow myself 10, and then the 7 or 8 on the other. Now, I mean, I can change it, but I do have the books that I want to read every year. Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People. There's a couple books that are staples that I think that somebody should read every year. I have them in there, and I'll read them every year. And for myself, being a real estate agent, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent is another one that I want to read every year. So I have some books that you might want to read every year, and then I can put the other ones in there and kind of have it categorized. I have it in there where I can check it off. Now at the end of the week, I use an app called Strides. Let me pull up my phone here. Strides is an app that allows me to track time. So it'll give me a notification. It'll give me a notification at the end of the week for reading. So at the end of the week, here it is right here. It'll pop up on my phone. I can set it. Strides, STRIDES. I can set it for read 3 hours and 45 minutes per week. Now that's going to hit me at the end of every week, so that's 45 minutes a day. You can commit to something more, you can commit to something less. This is just what works for me. At the end of every week, I'll see that, and then I'll go and check my time. Now, how you check your time if you're using Audible, if this works for you, is you would go to Profile in Audible, and you can just go to Listening Time. So listening time, so see today I've already hit my goal for today. It's 47 minutes so far today. Some days I hit more than that. That's just for today. If I hit daily, it'll show me over the time. So see, this was Sunday. I was doing some work outside and listening to some audiobooks, and I'd listened for like 2 hours while I worked outside. But you know, it says right here I've listened 47 minutes and 51 minutes yesterday. So I'm able to look at that and then just say, okay, I hit my 3 hours, check it off, and I know that I hit my goal. If I continue to hit my goal, just 45 minutes a day, I'm going to read close to 27 or 28 books a year. And the way I do it with my ADHD and, you know, being all over the place is that three categories. For me, it's business, history, and other, and I read one book from that section. So I think that that's something good instead of getting all over the place. If you can determine 3 sections of what you want to read and put books into that sections, you know, maybe I want to read this book, I want to read this book, put them in a list, and then don't allow yourself to read something from that section until you finish the book that's in that section. So if I'm reading a history book, let's say I'm reading a history book about the Civil War, I'm not allowed to read my history book about the Revolutionary War until I finish my book about the Civil War. But if I finish my business book, Think and Grow Rich, I can then go to my next book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, or whatever my sections are and whatever the books are. Obviously, that's determined by whatever you want to read and whatever's going to help. You know, I hope this is helpful to you guys. This is what I use. So audible.com, I look at my listening time, make sure I do 45 minutes a day. 3 hours and 45 minutes a week equals to about 28 books if they're about 7 hours long. Some of my books are longer than that, especially the history ones. But I hope this is helpful. I'm going to look forward to sharing with you guys some books that I read and my insight on them. I really encourage you, if you haven't started reading yourself, whether it's reading if you can pick up and read, or if you are challenged with that like myself, Audible is a great thing. And also another tip, if the narration is too slow on Audible, you can speed it up. Actually, my Audible is automatically set at 1.1, so every 10 minutes I'm gaining back a minute. So 10 minutes happens in 9 instead. It's a little bit faster because a lot of times narrators are a little slower than we would talk. So you can do that. You can speed it up to 1.5 to where you wouldn't even be able to understand the person. But that is what I do. I'm going to look forward to talking with you guys about this, and hope this helps somebody out there. And I hope that you're able to cross that goal off your list of reading whatever amount of books you want to read and learning about whatever topics you want to learn about off this year and in the future. All right, guys, I look forward to hearing your success. Let me know what book you are reading or what topics you're looking to expand into. Talk to you guys soon.